Chemical maker Solvay agreeing to buy the French specialty manufacturer Rhodia for 3.4 billion euros, and that's 50% more than Rhodia's last traded price. Solvay says the new company will have a combined revenue of 12 billion euros. For more, we're joined by Solvay's chief executive, Christian Jourquin, live from Paris. Mr. Jourquin, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Can you just explain to us briefly the rationale, the logic behind this deal?
Well, look, when we considered this offer on Rhodia, we saw that we have a very large number of synergies together. We are very complementary as far as product portfolio is concerned. Combining the two companies, we will have 90% of our turnover where we have number one, number two, and number three position. That would certainly reinforce our position. And second point, which is extremely important, Rhodia has 47% of its turnover in emerging countries, which means that after the takeover, the combined group will have practically 40% of its turnover in emerging countries. So when we look also the position that we have in the end markets, we are also there very complementary, which means that combining the two groups, we will substantially reduce the cyclicality of our group.
How crucial was it for you to make this deal? Because, I mean, you did say in your annual report that it would be crucial to mobilize your resources this year. I mean, did this put pressure on you to make a deal?
Look, we waited quite a time before making this move. You know, we and you will remember that we sold our pharmaceutical activities now practically a year ago. And I mentioned several times that we would make a very thorough analysis of possible targets, that we would consider several areas of activities, and within every single activity that we would look for the best candidate, that we would look how companies had moved and performed during the crisis, and after thorough analysis, we came to the conclusion that Rhodia was the right target, not only as a business, but also, I would say, as team and company culture and management. I have great admiration for the work done by Jean-Pierre Clamadieu at Rhodia.
Mr. Jourquin, you do still have some money left over from exiting your drugs business. I mean, what's the plan? Integrate Rhodia and then go for the next target?
You know, we have a very, very conservative financial policy. It's not because you have cash that you have to spend it. Quite clearly, we will have to reconsider the financing of the liabilities of Rhodia. The leverage of Rhodia is quite important, and we will have to consider the best way to structure the balance sheet. For the rest and longer term, you know, if we make this move today, it is to prepare next steps for the future. But the first step will be to integrate on a proper way Rhodia, to structure on the best way the balance sheet, and after that to see how we can expand the new group.
Mr. Jourquin, thank you for joining us today. Solvay Chief Executive Officer Christian Jourquin there. Solvay today agreeing to buy Rhodia of France for 3.4 billion euros in cash.